Now let us look at the next theorems present in the topic lines and angles. So the first theorem 6.1 which we have seen, what does the theorem say? The theorem said that if two lines are intersecting each other, then the vertically opposite angles so formed are equal to one another, right? So now let us look at the next theorem. Now what does this theorem say? A theorem says if a transversal is intersecting two parallel lines. So now let us draw two parallel lines and also a transversal intersecting those two lines. Let us name them as L, M and P. So if a transversal is intersecting two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. Now, what are the alternate interior angles? The angles present on the interior side, and that too alternately. So, if I name them as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in this case, angle 1 and angle 3 will be alternate interior angles, whereas angle 2 and angle 4 will be the another pair of interior angles. The theorem says if two lines are parallel, then the alternate interior angles are equal. So what is the given information in the theorem? That is line M is parallel to line L. And what is to be proved? So we have to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. So any one of them you could prove and then you could write it similarly. Now for proving this, we can make use of the axioms which we have proved or the theorems which we have proved before this. Okay. So now let us see. I want to show angle 1 and angle 3 to be equal to one another. Now how can I go about showing angle 1 and angle 3? Yes, for them or for that I have to name some few more angles. Now by the previous order, let us name them according to what we have named them previously. So what are they? I have named as angle 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, and I will change this angle 3 and angle 5, whereas angle 4 and angle 6. Okay. So why did I name this? Because I have to make use of the corresponding angle axiom. So I have to prove angle 3 and angle 5 to be equal to one another. Okay. Is angle 1 equal to angle 3? Yes. Why? Because both are vertically opposite angles. So according to theorem 6.1, they are equal. Is angle 1 equal to angle 5? Again yes. Why? Because both are corresponding angles. Hence, by corresponding angle axiom, angle 1 is equal to angle 5. So if you look at these two equations, their left hand sides are equal. So definitely their right hand sides will be equal. And hence I can write angle 3 is equal to angle 5. Pretty easy. So what we have done, we have made use of the vertically opposite angles and corresponding angle axiom. Since angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and also angle 1 is equal to angle 5, one angle is equal to two different angles, hence that two different angles will be equal to one another. Now let us look at its converse. When the lines were parallel, alternate interior angles were equal. So what will be its converse? Its converse would be if alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Okay, so see, just read the theorem. If a transversal is intersecting two lines, now I don't know whether they are parallel or not. So a transversal is intersecting two lines. So transversal P is intersecting two lines L and M such that the pair of alternate interior angles are equal. It means whatever I have written under to prove, this will become my given information that the alternate interior angles are already equal to one another, and if such is the condition, then the two lines are parallel. So what I have to prove? Now I have to prove L is parallel to M. Okay, so how we can go about? Yes, we have to do just what we have done previously. Okay, So angle 3 and angle 5 are already equal to one another. Angle 4 and angle 6 are also equal to one another. And we have to prove L is equal to M. So let us take this one. Angle 3 is equal to angle 5. Why? Because this is the given information. But angle 3 is equal to angle 1. Angle 3 is equal to angle 1. Vertically opposite angles are equal to one another. There isn't any condition that the lines has to be parallel or not. Just if the two lines are intersecting, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. So angle 3 is equal to 5 given information, but angle 3 is equal to angle 1. Why? Because both are vertically opposite angles. Again, their left hand sides are equal and hence their right hand sides will be equal. So angle 1 is equal to angle 5. But what are these two angles? These two angles are the corresponding angles. For which two lines? For lines L and M. What does the converse of corresponding angle axiom says? If corresponding angles for any two lines are equal, then the respective two lines are parallel. We have seen that axiom before this. So directly I can write, since their corresponding angles are equal, therefore line L is parallel to line M, and the reason you will be specifying here is converse of corresponding angle axiom. Yes, converse of corresponding angle axiom. If two corresponding angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Okay, so pretty easy. Let us look at the next theorem, which says if a transversal is intersecting two parallel lines. Okay, so let us take this figure itself for the reference, and the situation they are saying that there is a transversal intersecting two lines and the two lines are already said to be parallel. It means the given information is what? That is line L is parallel to line M. If such is the condition, then co-interior angles are supplementary. Now, what are the co-interior angles? The angles present on the same side of transversal. The interior angles present on the same side of transversal. It means 4 and 5 is the one pair of interior angles present on the same side of transversal. Also, 3 and 6 are another pair of interior angles present on the same side of transversal. So you have to prove that if a transversal is intersecting two parallel lines, then the co-interior angles are supplementary, not equal, supplementary. So here your to prove would be showing angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree, or angle 3 plus angle 6 equal to 180. They will not be equal, but they will be supplementary. Okay, again, for proving this you can make use of the theorems and axioms which we have used or proved in the previous section. Now L is parallel to M. Yes, and I have to show these two angles to be supplementary. So how I can go about? Yes, is angle 3 equal to angle 5? Now L and M, they have already said to be parallel. So, and just now we have seen the alternate interior angle theorem. So angle 3 will be equal to angle 5. Reason? Alternate interior angle theorem, not axiom, theorem. Okay, but angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. Yes or no? Angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because the angles are the adjacent angles formed on the straight line L. So what could be the reason for this? Linear pair axiom. A ray standing on a straight line, the sum of two angles will be 180. So angle 3 is equal to angle 5 and angle 3 plus angle 4 is 180. So can I replace angle 3 with angle 5 since they are equal? So I can write angle 5 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. And this is what is to be proved. That is sum of angle 4 and angle 5 is 180. Okay. So pretty easy. Which two theorems we have used? We have used alternate interior angles theorem and the linear pair axiom. Since 3 is equal to 5 and 3 plus 4 is 180. So I can replace 3 by 5 and hence 4 plus 5 is 180. Similarly, we can write 3 plus 6 is also 180. Okay. So what could be the converse of this? If two lines are parallel, then their sum is 180. If their sum is 180, then the two lines are parallel. Okay, so directly let us prove it, taking the same figure. I will not write the theorem again, just try to understand it. So what is my given information here? Whatever was to be proved in my previous theorem, it means the one which we have proved, angle 4 plus angle 5 is already 180 degree, or angle 3 plus angle 6 is also equal to 180 degree, and you have to prove L is parallel to M. Okay, so taking the co-interior angles as supplementary, you have to put